Most of us have cameras built into our smartphones, and as convenient as camera phones are, there are still reasons to have a camera that doesn't make phone calls, like a nice long zoom lens. The Olympus Stylus SP-100 has a 50x optical zoom. Let's have a look. Hi, I'm Larry Becker, and we're going to take a quick look today at a bridge camera, the Olympus Stylus SP-100. This camera is shaped like a DSLR camera with a deep grip and a built-in pop-up flash. If you've been around digital cameras, you'll find the SP-100 to be pretty intuitive, but it's got several aspects that set it apart from other cameras. So today, we'll look at the 50x zoom lens, DotSight Framing Assist, burst shooting, focusing, and image quality. And if you're wondering what a bridge camera is, we'll cover that too. First off, let's talk about this fixed lens. It's an amazing 50x optical zoom, and in terms of a 35mm camera, that's like having a 24 to 1200mm lens. That means that you can capture a wide-angle scene or zoom in and get up close and personal with wildlife from a safe distance. There are two ways to zoom, here on top of the camera by the shutter button or over here on the side of the lens barrel. Now, zooming way in like this can present a couple of challenges. One is, can you hold your camera still enough to get a picture that isn't blurry from the slightest hand movement? Well, with the lens shift image stabilization, it's surprising how you can zoom in all the way and still have the image stabilized enough to get an image that isn't blurry. The other challenge is, when you zoom in and your subject moves just a little bit out of the frame, it can be really hard to reframe your shot without zooming out and back in. You might miss your shot. So, Olympus added a really cool feature they call DotSight Framing Assist. So whether you're using the LCD or the electronic viewfinder, let's say you're really zoomed in and your subject moves just a little bit out of the frame. You just slide this lever back and you look in the gap underneath the flash. You'll be able to see the whole scene, and there's a glowing red dot in the middle. That dot is exactly where your zoomed in viewfinder is looking, so you can see the whole scene for framing even though you're still zoomed in. There's a diopter control, so you can tailor the focus of your electronic viewfinder to your specific vision. Now, that's nothing new, but because this camera has that cool red dot sight for framing, you'll need to know that the diopter adjuster is on the left and the dot sight adjustment is the dial on the right. The Stylus SP-100 can shoot bursts of images, but how fast your burst goes depends on your file size. Small files will get you faster bursts and more total images per burst, so you can capture full frame images as fast as 7 frames a second with a limit of 6, or you can grab as many as 60 smaller images at 20 to 60 frames a second. Now, something that you need to keep in mind, instead of burst shooting, Olympus uses the term sequential shooting, and you'll find that term and an explanation on page 33 of the PDF manual. Focusing is fast and accurate in daylight at any zoom length, and indoors it's reasonably quick and accurate unless you're really zooming in or the light is low. Focusing on the long end of the zoom indoors requires a pretty decent amount of light, and you need to be pretty far from your subject. At the full optical zoom length, I couldn't focus closer than 15 feet or so, but on the wide end, the Stylus SP-100 can focus as closely as 1 centimeter away, so you can shoot close-ups of the stuff you'll be selling online. Finished image quality is good if you're used to camera phone pictures, but since the camera doesn't capture raw images, some of the detail is going to be lost with noise reduction, image compression, and other JPEG image processing. Of course, shots from DSLR cameras will almost always have better detail. If you want to get better quality images with the SP-100 and you're willing to fit fewer images on your memory card, switch the default compression setting from normal to fine. With an 8 gig card, I could still get over 900 full-size images. Now, if you're still wondering what a bridge camera is, the photography industry needed a term to describe cameras that bridge the gap between point-and-shoot cameras and enthusiast or pro rigs like DSLR and mirrorless cameras. So this is a bridge camera, and the amazing 50x zoom of the Olympus Stylus SP-100 can help you see all the way to the other side of some long bridges. For B&H and Kelby One, I'm Larry Becker. Thanks for watching.
Whether you're a hobbyist or a professional, B&H has the answers to your questions. Experience a world of technology at our New York City Superstore. Connect with us online or give us a call. Our staff of experts is happy to help.
Scott Kelby here, and welcome to this quick tour of our online training. We have hundreds of online classes for you, covering everything from lighting to landscape photography. From portrait photography to sports, we have classes on wedding, automotive photography, shooting, food, fashion, travel, you name it. The most incredible part of this is the price. You get all of this for just $199 a year, or you can pay monthly for just $24.95. 24-hour a day, 7-day a week access from anywhere in the world. I invite you to join with us today and start learning right now.